Hello and welcome to the Imaginative Storm Writing Prompt of the Week. I'm Allegra Houston. My creative collaborator, James Nave, is on stage doing an event today, an event called Relabeling Death, which is a very valuable idea. So today I flew the plane solo, and I'm making this video for you, also solo. Every Saturday for nearly 5 years now, we host an online creative writing session for anyone who wants to join us from anywhere in the world. We begin at noon Eastern time, and we do our writing thing in an hour, although we actually only write for 10 minutes. But that part of the Zoom takes an hour, and then whoever wants can stay for an after chat, and we discuss writing or whatever we end up discussing. It's always free. It's supported by those who find it valuable. So if you would like to join us, please do. Join our mailing list at imaginativestorm.com, and you'll get a reminder on Saturday morning, a few hours before the Zoom starts. And you can also always find the Zoom link in the footer at imaginativestorm.com. You don't have to pre-register. And as I said, it's free. You can just turn up. So this is how we do it. We begin by offering a prompt, which is usually an image, although not always. It is an image this week. We put the prompt up on the screen for 2 minutes, and we ask everyone, including ourselves, we do exactly what everybody else does on these calls, to generate a list of words. Whatever words pop into your mind as you look at the image, write them down in a list. Use pen and paper, by the way, throughout. It really, really makes a difference. If you want to know more about that, you can go to the blog at imaginativestorm.com, and you'll find, I think, maybe even 2 articles about why writing by hand is so helpful for creativity. And weirdly, the rest of your life. But that's a whole other subject. So writing by hand, make a list of whatever words, or very short, like no more than maybe 3 or 4 word phrases, pop into your head as you look at the image. Make a list. It's not joined up writing, it's just a list. And here is the image now. After everyone has made their personal list, we go around the Zoom room and ask everyone to contribute one item from their list to create a community list, which functions as a kind of collective imagination, like a sort of inlet of the much larger collective imagination that we can all swim in when we start writing for our 10 minutes. So I will share with you today's community list. You might want to write these words down or just the ones that kind of grab you. But don't worry if you miss any. I'm going to put the list up again during the 10-minute writing time, so you'll have it to refer to. Here it is. Devil's Spawn, convenience store, bull-headed hipster, Scottish ancestry, debutante season. Make sense of that. Trellis of bullshit, horny, handsome and horny, tough to trim, pasteurized. I know this cat. Dressed for success, silk and swagger. I want that jacket. Bad hair day. The tie doesn't work. Warhol work. Ready for the Derby. Portrait. Last night's dream. Shag. Spindle. I loved you in a field. On my way to the Oscars. Dandy horns. Distracting from nature. True colors. Baloney. Ready for a party. And then someone added at the last minute, Bologna, which I thought was really funny. So I've added it in. So there you have today's list. And as you probably notice, some of those words just go together. You can't help, your imagination can't help but put them together. In my case, last night's dream shag, just, I couldn't not hear that. And maybe there were similar ones for you. You can also hop all around in the list, just randomly zip from left to right and up to down, and find all kinds of combinations, or a single word will function as a prompt. So as we come to the 10-minute writing time, which is what's next, you can use as many of these words or as few of these words and the words on your personal list as you like. Some people challenge themselves and try to use lots and lots, maybe even all. Some people start with one word or phrase and never come back to the list at all. Or you might start with one and then kind of feel your imagination flagging a bit. Cast your eyes back to the two lists and see what pops out at you and take that and carry on. And that will give you a new little imaginative jolt of energy. So write by hand. Don't worry about trying to write something good. It's only 10 minutes. The idea of writing something good in 10 minutes is kind of ridiculous. So what you're doing is just letting your imagination play. And as you'll discover, this actually is the way to good writing, because this is where you get the original, authentic, emotionally powerful material by simply not minding about writing well, but just mining your imagination for material. So really, there's one goal, and that is just to surprise yourself. Let your imagination off the leash, let your rational mind follow, and just withhold judgment for now, and off you go. well, something exists in the world now that didn't exist 10 minutes ago. And we find it very valuable to have it make more of a mark on the world. It's made a mark on your paper. Now let's have it make a mark on the air. You may even have heard of the butterfly effect. A little movement of air in one place can be felt around the world. The best place for, I believe, for this to be felt is actually in your body, because when you read your work aloud, especially right after you've written it, you notice what you like more than what you dislike. When you read silently on the page, you're looking for things to change, but you can't really change it on the page when you're reading it aloud. So you allow yourself to just go, and your body rewards you with a little hit of dopamine when you read something you like, which often, this is so funny, often it's something you'd already forgotten that you wrote. 5 minutes later, you forgot you wrote that. That actually happened today. One person who's been with us for 5 years, she's an old hand at this. She was in my breakout room, which is how we read our work aloud. We don't want to read it to 30 people. It just takes too long. So we go into breakout rooms. And she was in my room and she said, "Oh, this sucks." Is not something she usually says, and also is not something that's usually true, if ever. "This sucks," she says, "but I'll just go first and get it over with and read it aloud." And okay, there was a sentence or two that sucked, but who cared? Because there were a couple of sentences that were absolute knockout. I mean, like you would just pick them up and put them in a Pulitzer Prize winning novel, I swear. So, and she said, "Oh, I forgot I wrote that." So this is the value of reading your work aloud. And put me on pause now, please, and do it. Even if there's nobody else in the room, you're in the room and you are your most important audience. We have an opportunity for you to share your work further. We have a platform called Circle, the Imaginative Storm Circle, which holds at the moment all nearly 5 years worth of writing prompts, along with everything that people have chosen to post to share. So we can all go on there, we share what we wrote, we can appreciate other people's writing, tell them what popped for us. Again, there's no criticism, there's no point in criticism for something that was written in 10 minutes. Criticism is something that should really only come later. If you're planning to publish something, okay, great, be critical, edit it, make it as good as it can possibly be. But when you're generating material, criticism is not your friend. It is not helpful. Praise is what's helpful, because then that will help move you toward what you like about your writing, which almost always is what is original, authentic, true to you and your voice. You don't have to go and find your voice. It's right there. As soon as you stop trying to write well and imitate other people's voices, your voice is right there. So anyway, that I've digressed again. If you would like to post your work on the Circle, share it with our Imaginative Storm community, here's how you do that. Go to imaginativestorm.com and click on Community. You will see Imaginative Storm Circle. So you click on that, share your writing, no criticism, just appreciation. You can click on the image or on the button, and it will take you to the circle. You will have to sign in. If you haven't been there before, you will have to sign in with a username and a password. It's also free. And then click on Prompt of the Week. And under Prompt of the Week, you will see all of these prompts, almost 5 years worth. So you'll be able to work with any of those if you so choose. But I will click on today's. Here we have it. After I have finished this video, via link here, join us on YouTube. You will see the image, you will see the word list, and then you will see what people wrote and what people commented on what people wrote. Sometimes people read what they wrote and upload the recording, as Stuart did here. And Regina gave hers a title. Not everybody does. And as you see, it's really very straightforward. You can like and reply to other people. And then if you would like to post what you wrote, you just click here in what are your thoughts, and you write, these are my thoughts, whatever you wrote to the prompt, and click post, and you're done. At this point, I usually credit the image, but I'm unable to credit this one. It was hanging in the house of a friend with no artist's name, no indication of who did it. I Googled it online, Google Images, and nothing came up. But if you happen to know the name of the artist for this, please, please contact me. You can go to imaginativestorm.com and just hit the contact link and let me know, because I would much prefer to credit the artist. When you're at imaginativestorm.com, you'll also find other tools, information, things for writers. We have a number of books, including 2 new books, which the first copies literally just arrived today, and also online workshops, in-person retreats, and online courses, audio and video both. So please do check those out. Please join us one Saturday at noon Eastern time if you would like. Please post on the circle. And thank you for watching today.